Hey guys, what's up? This is Vinnie here, and welcome to another video from my channel. And welcome to, another video. So this is kind of a follow-up to what I last did, which was, if you haven't seen it, is what was the biggest things to happen in rock in 2018. So this is kind of like what biggest things that are happening in 2019. It's going to be pretty similar. I'm going to read out a few, put up a couple of titles and read a few things. So yeah, there's probably more than 10 in this one. I've just picked them out at random. So yeah. So before I start, I thought I never would be doing this on this channel, but I'm going to play a bit of a joke. So, kind of give you a long story short. So today I was heading back to the north of Ireland. Someone told me that someone had, on the same day I was coming back, had set up Vinnie Stevens fan club Facebook page. So, yeah, they have posted a few things up on it, but I kind of wanted to do this as a bit of a joke and video it, so I'm going to be messaging them right now. So I'm going to say something. So just message. So okay, I'm going to stick the mic down for a second, and I'll pick the mic back up and tell you what I have written. So yeah. So they probably will see, whoever's behind this Facebook page will probably, if he does watch my videos, will probably see this by the time this is going out. So I've just put a message in, just going, "Hi, this is Vinnie Stevens here. Big changes coming to the channel this year. Stay tuned." So I am going to send that, which I have. There's proof that I have. Now where's the camera? So if they reply back by the end of the video or post on it, I will, as I see, they've already seen it. If they post anything by the end of this video, I'll show it. So anyway, enough of me blabbering on. Let's get on with the video. So, first one is, will Jimmy Page finally release a new album? So, you probably know Jimmy Page, the guitarist from Led Zeppelin. He's had a solo career and all that. So, pretty much, will he release a new album this year? And the simple answer is no. Well, okay, maybe, almost certainly not, despite his continue talking up of such a project. It would be nice if he did, but it's Jimmy Page, and he really doesn't have to do anything again, does he? So on to number 2. So number 2 is so I have we'll do this Priest lineup change again. So Judas Priest has now got over the whole fact that they didn't get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame behind them, along with negative commentary from former member KK Downing and Sister Powering into the future on the back of their latest album Firepower, which was produced by Andy Sneap, is touring with with the band, taking the place of Glenn Tipton, who left the band due to Parkinson's disease, which made him difficult to main on the road. But with this, with Snoop wanting to stay out of the studio forever, or despite appearing to be committed to remain with Priest for the most of 2019, there has also been talks of another Judas Priest album. I think I read it somewhere. So on to the next one. So number 3, will Vinnie Vincent make it back? So last year Vinnie Vincent made a reappearance after decades out of the spotlight. A lot of Kiss fans like myself were delighted when he began being seen alongside his former colleagues of Kiss. Fans like me were even more happier when he announced 2 comeback shows. They were, well, obviously I was like, whoa. But then things began to go a wee bit haywire. He risked the hour with Gene Simmons. He has postponed shows. Then Robert Fleischman from his band Vinnie Vincent Invasion has quit, making disturbing allegations about Vincent's behind the scene setup, calling his time with Vinnie Vincent Invasion a roller coaster. Frenchman has added, unfortunately some people don't learn from their past. Well, I'm not going to hop on the train ever again. Vincent has until February to deal whatever he has to be dealt with. It's anymore guess wherever he will. There has been rumours that he will play in February, but we just have to wait and see. So on to the next one. So will Fleetwood Mac record another album? So they've brought out a greatest hits album now to celebrate their 50 years. Last year there was a lot of turmoil in the lineup change, but not legal action behind them. Fleetwood Mac now look forward without guitarist Lindsey Buckingham. They've got Heartbreakers Campbell and Crowded House Neil Flynn. But will the album be released? With tour dates through June 18, 2019, and possibly of more to be announced. Seems unlikely, but then most of the writing members of the band are incredibly prolific, so it's possible that material is being written probably at this very moment. Mick Fleetwood has noted in September that this is a highly creative bunch of people that still have a lot in that bag, in that mojo bag, but he would love to see. I think we will see some of it over the next couple of years or so. So on to the next one. So number 5. So how will the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame change Def Leppard? So Def Leppard have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for 2019. No safe aspiration, even though they're leading the fan vote, and they have actually now got in. Given the Hall's performance for the US artists, will it change the British veterans? Probably not. Def Leppard has always been a band that looked across the Atlantic, and if it wasn't for the consent use of the Union Jack, the British flag, a lot of people might think Leppard are from the States. While it might not change much for them, the way they deal with it might change in the Hall and opening doors for British acts that have been mainly excluded: Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Motorhead. Joe Elliott, who's the lead singer of Def Leppard, never afraid to talk about his influences and have much interest in British bands and as well as American ones, but he has no shortage of suggesting for the induction panel. So on to the next one, which is next couple of ones are big ones. So now we're kind of getting in the big ones here. So will Pink Floyd reunite? So drummer Nick Mason has said he's given up waiting for Roger Waters and David Gilmour to give him a call, and he set up his own band, Nick Mason's Scarful of Secrets, to play Pink Floyd's early material. Their shows here have been acclaimed by fans. Something I actually didn't know about. They gave a credence to a new round of discussions about a Floyd reunion. There seems to have several differences cause they caused the rupture in the 80s, and their musical pursuits, both Waters and Gilmour, have now clearly defined. So why not give it one more go? It might just perform before anyone else. Follow Richard Wright to Great Gig in the Sky. So on to the next one. So, how do Queen follow the success of their movie Bohemian Rhapsody? So, I haven't seen it yet, by the way. I would love to see it. Critics have been deemed, despite lukewarm reviews, Bohemian Rhapsody as a commercial triumph, and they even scored star Rami Malek, who plays Freddie Mercury, an Oscar nomination, which I think he's one of few now. The movie has given Queen their highest album chart place in about 38 years, and sent the title track into single charts for the third time. So how will Brian May, the guitarist, Rod Tile, the drummer, follow that? The answer revolves around how much they want to focus on Freddie Mercury. They said to have originally struggled to accept that the film should be more about him and less about the band, with the point now surely beyond argument. The next question is, are there any more unreleased recordings hiding in their archive? If not, would they dare hire Mark Martello, who supplied vocals for parts of the movie, for an album new music? If not, they could always knuckle down to do a record with Adam LeBart, who has been satisfied with my things. Sorry, my Google thing on my phone decided to turn on there. So as I said, they can always knuckle down to record an album with Adam LeBart. He has been satisfying Queen audience for several years now, and now he's comfortable with his role as a Mercury fan, but not as an imitator. And even case, it's for a best of album featuring guest singers from across the world, and at worst, surely there will obviously Bohemian Rhapsody movie will be released on DVD, but the most recent maybe DVD on a recent tour with LeBart. So on to the next one. So the next one is Aerosmith. What will they do for their 50th anniversary? So, and the Avicii Baby may or may not be Aerosmith's farewell tour. No, perhaps Joe Perry's health issues have triggered rethink, but it has been said that a Las Vegas residency, no matter how spectacular, doesn't feel enough to mark the band's 50 years together. They seem to have ruled out a new album, but their collaboration with Post Malone got people thinking back to how they blazed a trail with Run DMC's version of Walk This Way in 1986. Steven Tyler loves doing unexpected, so perhaps the second half of this year could see them reinventing themselves one more time. So on to the next one. So next one is what's next for Guns N' Roses. So the Guns N' Roses Non-This Lifetime tour has stretched from a handful of planned appearances in 2016 the fully fledged world tour that's now lasted 2 years, it was very much in a case of unfinished business, and it's difficult to imagine that new music isn't, sorry. But they're not going to talk about it. This is the band about with a different lineup. They've turned the phase Chinese democracy into shorthand for out of control musical projects overshadowed by its own reputation. Axl Rose has said, "You'll never know," and Slash has touched the notion of studio work. That's probably all we're going to get until an official announcement tied in with the release of a new track, so fans get to hear it from the band first before it leaks. So the big question is, how long will it be? Will take, sorry. So, on to the next one. So, will Metallica unwire themselves from the road? Hard Rock the Self-Destruct is getting close now to 2 years old, and Metallica seems determined to keep touring for at least another year, which dates are scheduled until August 2019. That doesn't mean they don't have anything else up their sleeves. If they haven't been working on new music, they could easily have been laying down a new set of covers for Garage Inc. And after so long and more than match finish, which suggests from some very energetic recordings. So now on to the next one. So next one is what are ECDC doing and whom with? So we know several facts about the notorious private band. One, they seem to be in the studio when they recorded, where they recorded their past 3 albums. 2, singer Brian Johnson and drummer Phil have been seen in the studio, 3, so have Angus Young and Stevie Young, and it's also been reported that a stack of songs which were written by Malcolm Young before his death in 2017. Speaking about hitting the road without his band leader's brother, Angus said he felt obligated to keep the band going. It also makes sense that Johnson and Rod have are back in the fold and have give off a classic feel as possible. Will they tour one more time, or is this the end for the CDC? Who will be on bass anyway, since Cliff Burton has now retired? So on to the next one. Will anybody else announcing a farewell tour? So it does look like long-term farewells have become an industry trend now, meaning that they're likely to be more announced soon, well, their first 3 legs at least. So when it comes to the question who might make such an announcement, it's natural to look towards more older end of the spectrum. The likes of Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney, Alice Cooper, and Iggy Pop are all now in their 70s. To say nothing else, Final Genesis trip, just to close the conversation. Then slightly unfairly, if we consider actually have achieved the position from where they're not likely to move forward, or not that their success is behind them, but their just great success are behind them. We could put like U2, The Who, ZZ Top, the Motley Blues, and ECDC on the suspected list. So on to the next one. So exactly when are these farewell tours going to end? So Johnny could opt for one of these open-ended farewell tours that are all the rage. Kiss, Ozzy Osbourne, Elton John, Leonard Skinner, Deep Purple, and Scorpions, among others, appear to have decided the end is in sight, but they don't seem to be able to focus on how far away it might be. It's easy to call such road trip precautions. Rod Stewart basically referred to Elton John's tour as exactly that, but look at the other way. How do you say goodbye to someone you've loved for doing it for decades, especially when there's still crowds who want to see you? It looks like Aerosmith abandoned the idea and calling it a halt, while Slayer have no choice, since frontman Tom Araya wants to stop, and Gary Urson heart condition meant Skinner must end things too. So now on to the next one and the last one. So this is the last one. So how will Elton John's movie compare with Freddie Mercury's movie Bohemian Rhapsody? So this is kind of interesting to consider what went through Elton John's mind when he watched, as he assumed he has, Bohemian Rhapsody, where that his own biopic Rocket Man is due out in May. Records seem to be broken at the faster rate than ever these days, so it's probably not unreasonable for some expectation of significant sales achievement helped, it could be said, but audience enjoying the experience watching Freddie Mercury story. There are some differences. Rocket Man would appear to be heavily focused on Elton John's own viewpoint of his life, while Bohemian Rhapsody told of Mercury through the eyes of others, and the fact that Mercury's gone means there wasn't a lot of choice. And while Rami Malek, who plays Freddie Mercury in the movie, was able to capture Mercury's movements, he couldn't sing where's to a guy called Taron Egerton, who's playing Elton John. John's movie has also had a bonus teaser in the UK. Stuart Chain, John Lewis's new their Christmas commercial passed there. Perhaps as an interest of construct, and yeah, that tells us what not to expect from the upcoming movie. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. So I decided just to drop the title since this video was going on about I will be doing something similar to this for on the car front. So yeah, I did a wee bit more than 10 in this video. I think it was about 14. So anyway, I'm going to check on my thing the message that I had sent at the start of the video, and they have replied back. No post is up on the page, so they've said we'll be waiting in aspiration. Don't know what they're talking about. It is pretty late at night and I am tired, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and instant notifications in the bell below. If the fan page does post something up by the next video, I will show it in the next video. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I guess see ya.